Hi, my name is Ezra, and I'm here to give you a tutorial on Photoshop, how to put a picture inside a picture. So for this, I'd like to take this photo, and I want to put him inside of this photo. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a couple background layers of these girls. One background layer is my image. Next background layer is going to be where I'm going to put my other picture behind. Create this one, like so. And then I'm going to take my magnetic lasso and I'm going to clip out a section of these girls. So I'm going to start this area here. Oops. If you mess up like that, you can just press delete to go back to the last node you were working on. And we're just going to go up around the hair. Over this section here. And this is a little tedious, so sorry if it's taking me a little bit longer. But you just got to click every once in a while to put in a manual little node. And work your corner. Alright, and then the outside area over on this side doesn't really matter because my picture is just going up and behind these girls. I'm just creating a section where I want to block off the image. Okay, so there's my selection. I'm going to come up to my layers and I'm going to create clipping mask. And I'm going to come over here and actually create my mask layer. And you can see here where the white area is going to block off anything that sits behind that in a layer. I'm going to come back over here to my other picture, and as you can see, he's facing the wrong direction to slip in behind. So I can change his orientation, and there you have it. And I'm already in my little magnetic lasso tool. And because he has high contrast, the boundaries, we can work a little quicker than we did with the girls. Still want to put in a few. Sorry, that didn't work. So I'm going to have to come up here and undo and start working my way around again. Sorry for the delay. It's a good experience to show you what you can do to fix your mistake. And I want to make sure that I take part of the sweatshirt with me here. Work around this area. And as it gets darker, I might need to add in a few manual nodes. Oh, I don't like that one. Come back up. No. My edge of the sweatshirt. Down in the fingers. Up to the top. And this side. And we're going to delete that last one. It's a little low. This area. Okay, so now we're working our corner down to the bottom. And you just quickly go along the bottom. And there's my selection. So the next trick is to move them. Come over here, click my move tool, drag them up into another photo, and bring them in here and place them. Now obviously he's too big, so we need to use Control T for transform. And I want to transform him by maintaining his features in his scale. So press Shift as you click your mouse button and drag his size down. And it looks like that's not such a bad size there. You can see his head shape is pretty much matching up with the girls. Just a tiny bit more. His chin is about the same level as hers, but his eyes are a bit larger. So that looks pretty good. And I think I want to just squeeze him a hair because it looks like in the transforming, kind of got a little messed up. So I'm just going to squish his features ever so slightly. There you can see him kind of smoothing down, getting a little more normal shape. I like that. He looks fairly good. Okay, so I'm going to accept my transform, press enter, and I'm going to put his layer in behind his clip layer, and I'm going to move him into position, like so. And there he sits right behind the girls, nicely teasing them. Okay, so as you can see, I have a little bit of an extra spot here that I could take out because it looks a little funny having his elbow just hanging out into space. And the colors are a little off. You can see he's bright, the girls are a little dark. He's got a little more green. So we can come up here to my erase tool, and I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to delete off a little bit of his elbow. And there, looks pretty good. Something like that. Now if you really want to get tricky, you can go in here and zoom in. I'll clean up a little bit of that off color red that came in with the picture when I moved him. So zoom in a couple of spaces. I'll come back to my erase tool and I'll just take out a little bit of the color here. Alright, you can see this ever so slightly fading along. And I'm going to reduce his elbow a little bit more just to kind of make him look more hidden behind. That's not so bad. I think I like that. And I'm going to come back up and I'm going to zoom out to my actual size. There we have it. That's not so bad. I like it. Now what we need to do is change the colors. So I'm still on my image of the boy, so I want to adjust his brightness a little lower so it matches up a little bit better with the girls. That looks pretty decent. I'm going to come over to adjust his color. I'm going to use the curves mode. And I want to drag this to a spot where I can work without being blurred. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to work on raising his red levels. There we can go like that. Take this level up a little bit more as well. That looks good. And he's still a little green to me. So I'd like to lower that down a bit. Maybe not quite that much. Something like that. I think I got a little too much red still. So I'm going to bring his reds back down. That's looking a little bit better. Maybe we'll bring this one down as well. There, I think I like that. Now I want to come back down here into the bottom layer, and I want to change the color of the girls as well. So I'm going to increase the brightness first off. That looks pretty nice. And I'm also going to change the green levels because they seem a little too overly green. So we'll just bring it down just a hair, just to even it out a bit. And that looks pretty nice. And then lastly, just to give it a little bit of depth, I want to bring in little bit of shading behind the girls and give it some depth. So I come over here to my brush, I'll come up here and pick about 65 brush. It's probably pretty good. And I'm just going to work my way up in here, click down my mouse until I see a little fading coming in. There you can see the shadowing. And I want to make sure that I come up here behind her hair just so that the contrast between his hands and the hair is a little bit reduced. There, not too much, just a little bit. There, so I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on how to move a picture inside a picture by using Photoshop, and thanks for watching.